Tyson Fury. He wouldn't even trade with Ruiz. And Ruiz ain't Tyson. There's nowhere for him to go in that ring when Tyson gets in front of him, smashing that big jab in his face, hitting him to the body, roughing him up. Then it comes down to men and how big your balls are. And Tyson's got balls like two King Kongs and Godzilla rolled into one. So if you ain't got them to match, mate, don't mention my son's name. Enough said on that. Get the money, $500 million, we'll talk about it. Until then, jog on. He can't do it. He's got slow feet, he's got a few flash hands, he goes like that, 1-2 left up, chin stuck in the air. You see him, he's blown out of his arse, I mean, he gets a bit of pressure put on him. Tyson will do more than pressurise him, mate. He'll be crying after 4 rounds, tears will be rolling out of his eyes like Marifat peas.
Big man ting, smash the like button and subscribe. So we just heard there from Big John. Oh! Big, oh! This guy's gassed, and he's proper gassed out of his mind. Now, whatever you say about John Fury, big oh, the big oh, I can't even get enough air in my lungs to get it out properly. Oh, big oh, John Fury. Whatever you say about him, he is 10 out of 10 entertaining. No matter what you say, don't get me wrong, he's living on planet Zulag or some next planet. He ain't on Earth. But wherever he is, he talks a good crake, as they say in Ireland. Yeah? Good crack, but it's crake. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get to the technicals here. Because my last few videos, and to be honest, for the rest of the videos this week, we're really going to be, not all the time, but I'd say at least half of them, or a third of them, are going to be focusing on this technical element with AJ. And it's so important. Maybe I'll never get heard, and maybe AJ does what he does anyway, but someone's got to do something, because the team ain't doing it, so someone's got to step up, yeah? As I was going to say, the reason it's so important that someone nails down on the technicals and nails down on getting this aggressive side out is because look how gassed these guys are. They're just gassed. AJ couldn't even trade with Ruiz. All this kind of, and that's why I didn't want to hear it. And this is why, if you, all you man out there, yeah, who say, oh no, AJ's performance against Ruiz in the rematch, it was the best thing he could have done, and oh no, AJ's fight against Pulev, that was the best result that could happen. It weren't. Because then you got all these little goofy dudes, and I guess you can say, well, it doesn't matter about them, but it does. It matters to me. Because I know what AJ can do. And that weren't his best against Ruiz. Look at Lennox Lewis. When Lennox Lewis got his cheeks split for him, yeah? When he got his pushed right, when he got his wig pushed all the way back for him, what did he do? Did him and, I think Manny was with him then, but whoever was with him, did they go away and say, alright then, we just got our wig pushed all the way back. Let's just do enough to win. Did his team get all scary and start saying, oh, Lennox, your chin's gone, and oh, Lennox, you're chinless. Let's just not take no risk, and because you're fully chinless, Lennox. No, they didn't. They believed in their man. Like the YB believed in AJ. The videos are there. It seems now, post the Ruiz rematch, post the Pulev fight, it seems now the YB's the only one who believes in him. All these other goofy dons, they're on some next whatever, because they ain't on what I'm on. They've got him doing all this extra that don't no one want to see, apart from a few people who just don't know what they're looking at. Don't no one want to see what we saw against Pulev. Don't want to see it. I don't want to see Pulev. I don't want to see Pulev, stiff Pulev, holding the centre of the ring, and AJ having to nick around like he's fighting Mike Tyson reincarnated. Oh, you know what? We better not hold our feet. We better get out the back door because we wouldn't want to trade with Pulev. We couldn't possibly hold our feet against Pulev, the big stiff, no combination having, no speed having, no good having Pulev. Same with Ruiz, big bubbly dude Ruiz. Must be my movement. It's just a goofy dude. He needed his wig pushed all the way back for him. He needed his cheeks split all the way open. That's what needed to happen. That's what we do know. Not only Well, no, not only for AJ's sake, but for everyone's sake. Because trust me, all these little John Fury, he wouldn't be able to talk about, oh, he couldn't even trade with Ruiz. And I know he could, I know he can. But what can you say really? Apart from where he could, you just sound silly, don't you? But this is why it's so important. I don't want to see AJ. I don't want to see Fury in the centre of the ring at any point in the fight. It's as simple as that. I don't want to watch it. I can't bet. I'll turn it off. I tell you now, I'm turning it off. If I don't see AJ's dominating the centre of the ring and looking to push Fury's wig all the way back, I'm turning it off. I don't want to watch it. Even if he wins, I still don't want to watch. I want to see AJ put the hammer down, all the way down from the start. I want to see him in there with nasty intentions, yeah? With proper demonic intentions in there. Nothing else. All this other extras, leave that where it is. That's what I want to see. And we didn't, unfortunately, see that against Pulev. We didn't. I don't know what you man are watching, but I didn't see that. I didn't see, in the build-up, it felt like it was coming. It felt like, just remember when he was talking, remember when Jarrell Miller, and he was gassed. When are we going to get that? In the ring. Just a nasty dude in there. Who has no respect for his opponent. Because these men now, I'm sorry, yeah. Dillian White said it, I did a video on it. Dillian White said it best. These men ain't got no power. Pulev ain't got no power. Pulev didn't have no power in his prime. He didn't have no combinations in his prime. He's now well past his prime. So why are you worried about what's coming back for? Get your chin down, get your guard, get your hands stuck together and walk him down. And get on top of him. And like everyone's been saying, this fight went way too long. Carl Froch, Johnny Nelson. So if you don't want to listen to the YB, listen to everyone else. I don't know why he took the hammer off. And I get it, yeah, maybe he did get a bit tired, but that didn't take 6 rounds. I don't even think he was tired, to be fair. And that's one thing I haven't talked about, which I have to give him credit for. His gas tank was 10 out of 10, to be fair to him. I didn't see him blow him once, even when he let all them shots off. We've seen AJ gas before, not even a bit gas, so hats off to... Whilst I've been critical of his team, hats off to his team, because they got that part right, which is a massive improvement from the past. So yeah, they're not completely bums, but you know what I'm saying, they're not the best either. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, listen to everyone. Everyone said the hammer should have been laid down a lot quicker than it was. Pulev was desperate to get out of there. He'd already give his back up. His back was already half blown out. It was just, and this proves it, to be fair, because literally it was the second time AJ got on top of him. The first time AJ got on top of him, he turned his back. And then the second time, 6 rounds later, he got him out of there. So the point is, and this is the thing people were saying as well, that did you notice how Pulev gradually got his confidence back? And Pulev was pulling all these goofy faces, like he was winning when he was getting beat every round. But that's the point. He shouldn't have been in there in round 6. He should have been done in round 4. Now, how does this relate back to what John Fury was saying? Well, as I said, we heard John Fury saying, oh, well, AJ couldn't hold his feet. AJ couldn't exchange against Ruiz. How's he going to exchange with Fury? Bro, I know you gassed off your son, but your son ain't Ruiz, in all fairness. Yeah? Let's not make out your son's got nasty hooks. Your son slaps. That's the bottom. And I've been saying that for the longest. Not just because I'm not a massive Fury fan. And that's not even fair, to be fair. I am a Fury fan. When Fury was pushing Wilder's wig back to the white meat, I was a fan of him. And I still am a fan of him. But there's levels to this game. Yeah? And the best AJ beats the best Fury every time, in my opinion. Yeah? If the YB was training AJ, it wouldn't go 4 rounds with Fury. It'd come out and he'd be on top of him. And Fury, like Pulev, wouldn't know what hit him. He'd be giving his back up, turning his back. He wouldn't want any more. Just like the Black Quitter. O'Hara Davis. Just give his back up. He wouldn't want... And that's the end of it. When people turn their back, it means they don't want no more. Too much heat in the kitchen. No thanks. That basically means to me, whatever I signed, whatever contract Eddie Hearn made me sign, I didn't sign up for this. That's what it means. Simple. And on that note, I've never seen Fury make no one turn their back. In fact, even when Chisora was getting beat in the second fight, he was chasing him all over the ring. Loving it. Chisora couldn't wait to have more of them. That's how non-devastating it was. But anyway, the bottom line is, Anthony Joshua, this dude John Fury, yeah, oh, he couldn't do this with Ruiz. Your son ain't Ruiz. Your son ain't got the speed of Ruiz. His feet are quicker, but his hands aren't. His hands aren't quicker, and his hands aren't more deadly either. Having said that, though, once again, this comes down to what AJ's plan and AJ's team is, because we've just seen AJ not really want to get mixed up with Pulev as such. Fury, to his credit, has got much better feet than Pulev. Yeah? So let's do the maths here. If AJ only found 2 opportunities in 9 rounds to hold his feet against Pulev, you ain't going to get 2 against Fury. You're just not. Pulev's a million years old. His legs are tired. Fury can backpedal all night. Now, having said that, though, the way John Fury is talking about, oh yes, my son, he's going to ram his jab down AJ's throat. That's what he's giving it all this talk. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Fury is going to come marching forward. And that's what, in my opinion, that's what he best do. The way that Fury's been talking, he best make sure he marches forward. However, as I said at the start of this video, either way for me now, if Fury decides to run, AJ, I want to see AJ on the hunt. If Fury decides to, and it's 50-50 for me, I'm not even sure. Before, I would have been 1,000,000% sure Fury runs around the place. But now, he's got that new training team. I think he might actually be gassed off himself. I actually think he might actually turn up and think he's going to do damage. I think that's a possibility now. Because I think a lot of it, what I've learned recently, yeah, a lot of this stuff actually comes from the training team. Look at Fury. Fury was with Ben Davidson. He didn't want to exchange with no one. He didn't want to take any risk. Now he's got a new trainer. He's fighting like Mike Tyson, 1986, coming straight forward. Another example, Lawrence Okolie. He couldn't do nothing. Couldn't throw no more than 1 punch in his whole career. Now he's mixing it up, throwing combinations and whatnot. Not holding all the time. A massive difference. Now we're going to see how it develops against real opponents, but still, a change. He changed, and he even said it himself in the post-fight. He said, yeah, you know what? I changed trainer, and this trainer really worked my psychology out. And that's how that really was the final straw for me. That's how I know now. These dons in AJ's camp, they ain't it. Whatever they are, they ain't it. I don't know whether, I think maybe it's perhaps a bit overwhelming for them, to be fair. I think they get in front of AJ and they think, it's just all too much. There's in life, yeah. There's doers and don'ters. AJ's got a whole gang of don'ters around him. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? He got too many calculated dons around him. He needs some pit bulls who just raggo. You know what I'm saying? You got to have at least one raggo don in there who just got no respect for no one. Who just sees just a whole bunch of cheeks just split. That's what, and I swear down. Like, oh, well, YB, you're just a social media don, you know. I don't care. When I look at AJ, yeah, all I see is a bunch of bare bums for him to split. I swear to God, that's what. Call me, oh, you're just saying it. I swear down. When I look at this heavyweight division, all I genuinely see is a whole bunch of bare bums for AJ to just go round and blow them all out. You don't even understand. I'm being 100% honest. Just a bunch of them, just lined up. I'm going to blow that one out, then I'm going to blow that one out. That's all I see. Whoever's in AJ's camp, they ain't seeing the same thing. They see a whole bunch of scary dudes. Oh, we better not. Oh, we better not do too much against this guy. Pulev, 1,000,000-year-old and stiff as you like. Oh, we better train to go 1,000,000 rounds with him, because it's real scary. Oh, he might stick his old jab. Hughie Fury took that jab all night. Didn't do anything, really. And Hughie Fury is no good. Got nothing to offer, really, apart from run around the place. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. That's my opinion on it. John Fury, the fact John Fury is giving it this much yammer, I'd be telling AJ, listen, this is why we've got to do this. Even more so now. And you can say, well, you shouldn't allow things to influence. I don't care. How about that? How about I don't care about what you should and shouldn't do? This is what we're doing. You're good enough to... if Fury hits you with his best shot, that will bounce off you. It'll be funny. And I believe that. I believe Fury's best shot wouldn't do a lick to AJ. That's just my opinion. I don't believe AJ's camp think the same thing. I don't believe it. I think they're on the other side of things. They're like, oh, I'm not sure. Oh. They think they've got, I don't know who they, I think they think they've got, like, Anthony Khan or something. That's the way they act. And even look at Amir Khan. Amir Khan, whatever you say about him, he always gets stuck in. He didn't have the best genetics to actually do it, but he always came up and turned up. Apart from recently, but that's more to do with age. The end of the day is, you know what I mean? He came and put his whiskers on the line. Didn't have no whiskers, but still, he traded them in.